Hello everyone and welcome back to another kinda short video. So again, no studio mic, really quick short one. So here we have again the GTX 580 that just came in. I've since I made the video, I've washed it. So this is now very nice and clean again, in a really good condition. And so after I discovered that this card has a pretty good core, I've decided to delid it. Now I've made a video in the past about delidding a GTX 580. Thing is just that wasn't really in real time, and the video was kind of long and the camera position was kind of awkward, so I thought, well, if I'm gonna delete this one, I'm gonna make another, well, video about it. So, the way I do this is just I'm using a box cutter knife blade from this thing, and sometimes the IHS gets off very easily and you just need this thing. Sometimes you need a little help. So we're just gonna start by, you see the little opening between the metal of the IHS and the actual substrate of the GPU. So usually I just go from this side because there's nothing you can knock off accidentally, because that can happen on sometimes. And once you hit it, you just kind of press it in. You can see it's slightly under the IHS now, and now you just keep pressing, and this one seems to be one of the harder ones. It really doesn't want to move. Sometimes just pushing a bit makes it go off, but this one's really on there. So what I'm gonna do is just use something. Just have this knife here lying around. Actually, I think that this is actually not a good idea. Gonna use, maybe, okay, this is gonna look a bit weird, but you kind of get what I'm doing. So we need something to push the blade, and now I'm just gonna take the screwdriver and kind of bump it. And you can see we just got a lot further into it. And at some point, like, there are little multi-layer ceramics around the GPU, but I've deleted so many cards, I've never hit one of those. You can go quite deep into the thing before it ever becomes dangerous. Now let's, I don't think this is already enough to make it pop off, so let's try from another side. Let's go from this side. And at some point, if we've broken enough of the seal, it's just gonna pop off. Sometimes it flies off. Kind of depends on how much force you're using. Let's again put it up a little bit like that. I'm just gonna make sure I have actually. Okay, I can see the IHS shifting a lot already. I think we've broken quite a significant amount of the seal. Now, yeah, you can see we are getting under it now. And if we're lucky, this is already enough. If you just bend, yep, there we have it. IHS is off. You can see all the multi-layer ceramics are okay. So yeah, there we have the IHS of our GF110375A1, and that's how you delid a Fermi card. This works for all the Fermi cards. Like, I mean, all the high-end cards are gonna have this exact thing, and then there's the 60 class cards that have a slightly smaller GPU. They also have an IHS. But yeah, that's the full process. Less than 4 minutes. I mean, the video is at 4 minutes 30 seconds now. I guess I've spent some time rambling in the beginning. So yeah, that's how the IHS goes off. You can see the thermopaste spread on this was actually kinda decent, but this thermopaste is older than 10 years. So yeah, even if you just remove the thermal paste and put the edges back on, this is gonna perform better probably. What I'm gonna do is just remove the edges entirely and just use the GPU like this, like on all the other cards with a completely naked GPU. So yeah, sometimes like I would just suggest delete the cards even if you're gonna use the edges, because what happened on my second Lightning is the edges, two of them very significantly, were actually not covered by thermal paste. And that's potentially a problem, because if that one edge gets too hot, it can actually kill the chip. So yeah, and the kind of damage that this does is not something you're gonna repair with like a heat gun or something. And at that point it caused just completely dead. But yeah, and the only thing that remains now is just get like a Q-tip and just wipe the thermal paste off. It's all dried up. Like there's no sticky thermal paste on this. It's over 10 years old, so this is all hard as rock, so I can just wipe it off. So let's kinda clean this up later. Let's get some of that stuff. So, now the core is nice and clean. And now, well, we can put a better heatsink on this. Sadly, the reference heatsink will not fit because the base plate is too thick and it won't. Actually, I've never tested. I'm just assuming it won't fit the reference heatsink because it's usually the case. But yeah, I could modify the base plate and then just use a custom heatsink or something like. Yeah. So, short video. That's how to delete Fermi cards. Hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching, and until next time, goodbye.